Hello Marvel fans, welcome to another great video. The Russo brothers have given a major update on how they plan to make the upcoming Avengers films, Doomsday and Secret Wars, different from Infinity War and Endgame. Their explanation not only sheds light on these two films, but also reveals how they will shape the future of the MCU. Based on rumors from the past few years about a potential MCU reboot, it seems like that's exactly what's happening. This information comes directly from the directors themselves, making it as official as it gets. It strongly suggests that Marvel Studios is preparing to reboot the entire MCU. Furthermore, the Russos might be staying on to oversee this new phase. We're analyzing their latest comments about the two upcoming Avengers films. But before that, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and become the biggest Marvel fans community. Okay, so the Russos are doing press for Electric State, but everyone's just grilling them about the new Avengers movies, Doomsday and Secret Wars. They were explaining why they're back and how these movies are different from Infinity War and Endgame, and they dropped this gem. What's cool about these new Avengers flicks is they're a fresh start. We wrapped up one story, now we're kicking off another. Dude, they said beginning 3 times. They were totally serious about this new direction. So, after any Secret Wars saga, like the ones from the 80s or 2015, you'd expect some kind of multiverse reset, right? Just like in the comics. And when that happens, things might look a little different than the current 616 universe. Even though Marvel's ditching Kang, let's assume they're not tossing out everything they built during the Multiverse saga. Time's a circle, right? Loki busted that time loom, creating a world tree of timelines. So where things end, they begin. It's all connected. That's probably what the Russos are hinting at. But more likely, they're talking about what happens after the movie. They're basically building a brand new MCU, like the second firmament in the comics. Firmaments are like multiverse restarts, and we've had 8 of them. Sounds like that's what's coming to the MCU, and it seems like the Russos might be sticking around to help guide it. They even said, who knows where we'll go from there? Maybe another 5 years? But I think that means they know they're sticking around. Industry insider Daniel RPK says they're overseeing the Mutant Saga and the X-Men, not necessarily directing, but supervising. So when the Russos say, who knows, I think they mean they know what's up for the next little bit, not that they're taking another 5-year break to think about it. The fact that they didn't say they haven't decided their future tells me they know exactly what it is, and are involved past Secret Wars to help steer the next phase. Honestly, that's a good thing. Let's be real, the start of the Multiverse saga was a mess. They lost Chadwick Boseman, there was a pandemic, and they bit off way more than they could chew with Disney+. They didn't have a clear vision, just a bunch of cameos and post-credit scenes that didn't make sense. They threw in a bunch of B and C tier characters, hoping the Endgame hype would carry them. Quality dropped, and fans lost interest. Marvel's admitted their mistakes and made changes, which is great. But one thing they need to learn is to come out swinging after Secret Wars with the X-Men. Show us the direction, and make sure the next 4 or 5 releases follow that same story. Give fans something to grab onto, and some point-of-view characters like Steve Rogers and Tony Stark. They were probably hoping Black Panther would be that, but with Chadwick's passing, that wasn't possible. They could have used Shang-Chi, just a few cameos here and there, to be that relatable character witnessing everything. Hopefully, if the Russos are sticking around for the Mutant Saga, they'll make sure that doesn't happen again. And yeah, the soft reboot of the MCU is happening. It's not just about giving actors an out after 20 years in a role. It's about making sure the X-Men can interact with the classic characters. We've lost Cap, Black Widow, and Iron Man. We might lose Doctor Strange or Thor too. If all the OG Avengers are gone by the time the X-Men show up, what's the point? The whole point was to see these characters interact. Look, whatever you think about recasting Steve Rogers, they're going to have a Captain America in the MCU. Maybe it's Anthony Mackie's Falcon in Captain America 5. But eventually, we'll get a new Steve Rogers, a new Tony Stark. This soft reboot is their chance. You'll have characters returning like the Fantastic Four, who haven't been around much by the time Secret Wars hits. You'll have new characters like Shang-Chi. And you'll have some OG characters back, played by new actors. It's all because of the new firmament, which conveniently explains all the backstories and how everyone came together in this new continuity. Guys, share your thoughts and comments. Your comments helps me a lot to understand about Marvel more. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. And share this video with your Marvel friend. See you in the next video.